Hey guys, if you're a returning viewer, this video will seem a little unusual, but this is a pretty important topic. Team Fortress 2 was one of the first games I have played on my old laptop, which which was one of the motivations to start the channel, because originally this channel was supposed to be Team Fortress 2 related. So I say this is a pretty important topic to me, and I really want to speak out about it. So Team Fortress 2 has been struggling with bots for quite some time, at least 5 years now, I believe. The bots tend to be sniper bots that instantly from the map. The sniper has the ability to kill every single class in the game instantly across the map, but that is balanced by the fact that you as a human will realistically not hit every single headshot that you aim for, but a bot with perfect accuracy, not controlled by a human hand, will hit every single headshot, instantly killing you anywhere on the map. There are other types of bots, trader bots or AFK bots, but the biggest problems are caused by the insta-kill sniper bots, usually, as they make the entire server unplayable. Because how are you gonna play the game when 99% of the match you spend waiting to respawn? About 3/4 of TF2's player base on Steam statistics are bots, but luckily, at least, not all of those bots are the sniper bots. A vast majority of them tend to be trader bots or AFK bots. Recently, bots have evolved where they call vote kicks. They spam voice chats with AI-generated voices, or even use those reusable items that you get from events that make sounds. The only real way to fight against a bot is to vote kick them. But if there is at least 3 other bots, usually the vote kick becomes nigh impossible, as the bots protect each other from vote kicks by voting no when they detect another bot is being voted, even if they're not from the same host. And that is because most of them share the same code that was released as open source by probably the first bot hoster, the one who made cat bots. Of course, when the first bot crisis happened, the TF2 community was pretty outraged. Naturally, we were spamming save TF2 everywhere on Twitter, adding Valve to the conversation. Of course, Valve reacted as we got it trending pretty instantly, saying they were gonna fix their own game. Hopefully, we stopped talking about it, and I think they started doing something right because the bot activity has decreased. The bots have stopped appearing for a time, but swiftly reappeared. There are 2 possibilities. Either Valve stopped caring, or the bot hosters found a workaround that detected bots, or workaround for the system that detected botting. Now, on June 3rd, there's a new movement called Fix TF2. It's effectively round 2 of safety. last time we stopped talking almost immediately as Valve made one tweet, but now we shouldn't stop talking until Valve fixes their game or the servers close. The game is in an unplayable state, and the bots have most likely deterred a lot of players, new players. Imagine Jimmy Gonzalez 2016 joining their first match of TF2 on a casual game and being immediately met with the full enemy team being insta-kill sniper bots. That would deter me. Because a new player wouldn't know about community servers where bots don't show up either because they're blacklisted or just are not made for community servers. The Valve has tried to implement a couple bandage fixes. For example, if you don't have a premium account, you're not allowed to use chat, nor voice commands. Because a lot of bots were spamming those free with either just random slop, racism, or trying to incriminate somebody. Usually people who speak out against bots. And this band-aid fix effectively did nothing but worsen the state of the game, because most bot hosters can afford paying the $1 or $2 price for the random item from the Manco store that lets them speak and spam the chat again and again. The only thing that this has stopped is probably even more players from playing the game, because they cannot do the funny PUTIS, or hell, they cannot even use basic functions of calling the medic, calling out a spy, maybe saying there's a sentry ahead, or even calling for help. They just cannot do that. They cannot communicate with their team in a game called Team Fortress 2. So, I actually managed to get a friend of mine who has 10 times more hours than I do in TF2 to answer a couple questions about what he thinks about the state of the game. Okay, so I got you here to ask you a couple questions relating to you playing Team Fortress 2 and the game in general.
Okay, I think I have some answers.
So first, what originally made you start playing Team Fortress 2?
So one of my friends was playing the game a lot, and I noticed that, so I downloaded the game. Had no idea what I was doing. And yeah, he saw that I was playing one time for like 2 minutes, and then we started playing more.
Okay, and how long have you been playing for?
I started playing back in May of 2023.
Alright, and what made you keep playing for this time?
Well, kept playing with friends and having fun, and it's a free game at its base, so it's a lot of bang for your buck for that, so yeah.
So, with the current situation of the bots going on and the player count on Steam being artificially inflated, how has that affected your experience with the game?
Very badly. I've been, but there's just been times where I've wanted to play TF2, opened the game, joined a server, bots, found another server, bots, found a third, bots, and just stopped playing. And there have been other times where half or more of the games I routed into had bots, so I just didn't end up playing as much as I'd originally wanted to.
And would you say that Valve has been doing a good job fixing the problem?
Oh no. Like, I think they might have done like a third of a something once that didn't last very
They
long,
deleted voice
but
chat for free accounts.
oh yeah, that was not a great change. Uh, yeah, because I am a free to play. I know, sue me. Uh, but yeah, so I just not being able to communicate in the slightest is a little frustrating, but
And
not good.
last but not least, or two questions in one. Uh, what do you think makes TF2 worth fixing, and why should it even be fixed?
Well, the community is great. It's as far as games go, it's kind of a cultural juggernaut. Uh, Gameplay wise, it's very fun. Like, there's still not quite anything like it. So if a game is unique after, like, what is it, 14 years?
16.
16, even longer than I thought. Why get rid of it? Because I feel like it has the potential to be an even better game if they give it some attention.
Thank you for that. That would be the last question. Now, with all of these issues, a lot of people are saying in response to Fix TF2 that the game is 16 and people should just give up because it's an old game, play something new. You know, Overwatch 2 exists, right? But Team Fortress 2 offers a lot of stuff no other game does. For example, the amount of movement mechanics, like rocket jumping or trimming. Look at this. Is there any game that lets you launch yourself as a crazy lead-filled maniac who believes themselves to be a war hero at enemies and insta-kill them with a shotgun? I don't think so. There are more movement mechanics in TF2, such as damage surfing, air strafing, C-taps, which are technically an expansion of rocket jumping, but they are their own thing, really. The complexity of these movement systems far exceeds any new game released. Of course, there are other movement shooters that have released, but the problem is that their servers close within a month, usually. And that is why TF2 is unique. The only other game that I've seen that offers a similar amount of complexity in its movement would be the other TF2 that also got abandoned. Huh. Kind of weird, isn't it? But aside from just movement, the game offers great customization for your playstyle. There are 9 characters after all. But that's not all. Every single character has at least 3 items they can swap out. A primary, secondary, and melee. Some have more, such as, I think the Spy has more. Yeah, the Spy. And this Spy has more. Yeah, that's perfect. These let you either spec in to a specific playstyle you really want to play, or cover a weakness that your class has while making a new weakness. Maybe these completely switch the way you play, like the battle engineer, straying far from the original engineer's playstyle with placing down turrets, sitting in one spot and waiting for enemies to come into their line of vision so that they can get instantly melted by a barrage of bullets and rockets. The battle engineer does something completely different. They run at their enemies with the Widowmaker, which is a shotgun that regenerates metal when hitting someone, but also costs metal to fire. Effectively, if you're good enough, you can have an infinite clip. And a mini-sentry. Mini-sentries are way squishier, but they place way faster and are a lot more expendable, which leans into the very active playstyle, because you can place them near any time, anywhere, when someone is attacking you, and it's a 2v1. And one of those people has an aimbot. There is the Demo Knight, which is wild. It turns Demo Man from an explosive expert into a knife that charges into enemies and hopefully kills them in one hit. But aside from just the mechanical side, TF2 also has a lot to offer on the social side. The game has an incredible community with a great sense of humor. And let's look at this one. This single spy was able to make my entire team dance because he just started dancing and blasting music. TF2 also is one of the most influential games when it comes to internet humor. Its legacy will never be forgotten. It has literally shaped how a lot of memes are structured now. Hey, remember Heavy is Dead? A lot of people have started animating because of Team Fortress 2. A game like that deserves to be fixed. So, with all this being said, I want you to kick a cheater, and Valve to fix TF2.